Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
A serious injury from an accident can be just the start of your worries. What if you cannot return to work? How do you take care of your family if you're disabled? At Gelner Law Offices, we represent seriously injured people and understand their problem. We know how to get you fair compensation. We will work hard to make sure you get the money you deserve for your losses. Don't go it alone. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 304-242-2900 or visit us at gelnerlaw.com.
We'd like to help.
Thank you for riding with the Watchdog. Live and local, just the way you like it. The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Launch Control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
You're early.
Roger that.
It's Thursday.
Why even call it Thursday? Problem? We have pizza on Thursday.
Places, please. Quiet down.
Here is a complete disc jockey show with all the modern pace of today's exciting radio.
Good morning. Let's get started.
Seriously. Let's go.
It's showtime.
On FM, on AM, online, on demand, and on video. We are where you are. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe is here now.
47 degrees, Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. 45 at my home studios in Elm Grove, and 46 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Going to get up to around 58 today, so a nice warmer day, but scattered showers throughout the day. Scattered showers really coming in the evening, late afternoon and evening. Full forecast coming up in a bit with Aaron Myler from the Big 7. It's 7:11 here as we get our Thursday underway. Got a lot of things I want to do today. Special showing of the documentary Moundsville will be shown in Moundsville this weekend at the Gray Creek Mound on Saturday. We're going to talk to the director of that documentary, John Miller, about his film. I posted a little piece online this week about the Moundsville business Ruttenbergs, and it was written by the guy that has directed this movie. It's just Moundsville is just a collection of stories about Moundsville, and we'll find out more about it and talk about their showing this weekend. Ohio County School Board election, we know, is going to be a big draw in this May primary. We will continue our conversations with candidates today. Andy Garber drops by a little bit later on. New ethics allegations against Congressman Alex Mooney. We talked about it briefly yesterday. We'll go more in-depth today with Ogden newspaper reporter Stephen Adams dropping by to outline and discuss those allegations. And the West Virginia congressional delegation yesterday, Republicans, blamed Biden's policies for high gas prices at a hearing on Capitol Hill. But Democrats in that hearing pushed back, saying the problem was the oil company executives. We'll kind of take a look at all the things that were said about the rising price of gas. Not to mention that actually the price of gas is coming down a little bit. We'll get to all of this coming up today here on the Watchdog Morning Show. As always, you're welcome to have your say. The text line is the simplest and easiest way to get through. 304-214-1600, 1600. You can also use the CityNet hotline at 304-232-8255, 304-232-TALK. Brother Biff, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Howard. Doing good for a Thursday.
You have a good day yesterday? Anything exciting happened in your life?
No.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, not neither.
No, I mean, it was, I
just
thought
like
about,
the Jackson.
no, I thought about going walking in the afternoon, but just one of those deals where it was kind of like, do you go, do you not go? So I knew the rain was going to be heading in, so just decided not to. So hopefully the weather cooperates, and it'll be although today doesn't look too good. So we'll have to find time.
At all.
I have to find time.
All right. Let me ask you a question. When you were in school, and did you have hot lunch, or did you bring your lunch to school? You know, did you have a little bag lunch?
It depended on the certain day what they had for hot lunch. If they had pepperoni rolls, then whatever day that was, I usually tried to get hot lunch. Or if they had pizza, that was another day. Trying to think of some of the other. There might have been like 2 or 3 other days where if they had something really good, then I would usually get hot lunch. But I'd say for a majority of the time it was a packed lunch.
First of all, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Grandson Teddy brings his lunch every day. But, and I just heard him talking about it last night, it's pepperoni roll day. They have pepperoni roll day coming up, I think, this week sometime. When it's pepperoni roll day and pizza day, he always has a hot lunch. So, you know, over the generations, Biff, things don't change. Kids want pepperoni rolls. They want pizza. If they're going to get that, they'll do it. Personally, I like the mystery meat at school.
Chicken nuggets was another day. If it was chicken nuggets day,
okay.
that was another one.
When you brought your lunch, did you ever trade a bit with some of your people in school? You know, you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and they had a bologna sandwich, and you guys traded some of your, extra stuff. You had some Oreos, and they had an apple, and hey, I'll give you my Oreos for you. Ever do any of that?
I think the only trading we ever did, or I can remember, it wasn't the sandwich or the fruit. It was either chips or, like you said, either cookies or snack cakes. Whatever
the snacks, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it was snacks. It was never, it was never the sandwich or the apple, or sandwich or whatever fruit. It was always the snacks. You know, it was okay. What snacks do you have? And you would try and trade, and trade talks could get heated sometimes, but that's what it was.
Oh yes,
that's what it was always over. Just the snacks.
And even at a young age, you could learn to negotiate. Well, your chips are not worth my 4 cookies, so give me your chips and an apple, or give me your chips and, But yeah, I mean, trading snacks has been a tradition of kids at the youngest age on up. For us, I mean, certainly from when I was in school, my kids were in school. Teddy is now in school. When you were in school, yeah, that's what you do. You look in the bag, see what your mom has, and you look at the guy next to you, and he'd say, "Oh, hey, you got Chips Ahoy. If you give me your Chips Ahoy, I'll give you my bag of chips." And I mean, it's time immemorial. I bring this up because in Pennsylvania, at the Aliquippa Senior High School, they have decided to limit the amount of snacks the kids can bring into school because the school district says the students were trading those snacks and creating distractions. Come on. Kids have traded snacks since time immemorial. So now they've got a policy. Now they're limiting the amount of snacks that can come into school. They are limiting snacks brought into the school because they say an excessive amount of snacks are being brought into school. We're talking about chips, candy, occasionally bottled water or fruit drinks, they said. They say that in Aliquippa now, only 4-ounce bag of snacks, but none of them can be opened during the day. If they're open, or if a student has more than the allowed amount, then security will come and take their snacks away. Lord help us. Now we're worried about the amount of snacks the kids have. I mean, and it's not because of health issues. You know, I might get it if they were saying kids are having too many bad snacks, eating too much sweet. No. It's because trading food, this is a comment from the principal, trading food causes distractions. We've traded food since forever. Yeah, sometimes I think school systems just try and find ways to cause problems. You know what I'm saying?
Two things. Number one, let kids be kids.
There we go. That's, you know, I don't know what else you're going to say, but you can almost stop there. Let kids be kids.
And the other thing, I think you mentioned bottled water and was it juice? Is that what?
Yeah.
What's wrong with bottled water?
Correct.
Okay. What's wrong with bottled water and juice? It's not like they're
Right.
bringing, you know, bottles of pop or the energy drinks. When you said that, I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with a bottle of water, or you know, you bring a Powerade, a Gatorade, or any type of juice? What's wrong with that?
Yeah. As I said, if they were trying to insist that snacks be nutritious, or the only thing, you know, if they were trying to say no soda pop, for example, okay, all right, that's a health issue, I get that. Or if they were trying to say, you know, no excessive amount of candy, I get that. But no, it's all snacks, including, they're specifically mentioned, bottled water and fruit drinks. Come on. You said it best, Biffy. It's just one of my perpetual problems. Let kids be kids. This is up at Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, a school district there that is not permitting children to have, is limiting snacks because children are trading their food. We've traded food forever. All right, I couldn't help but share that here at the beginning. Sometimes things just drive me nuts. Things that we get concerned about, you know, in school systems. It's a distraction. Well, it's probably been a distraction forever. You know what? Teachers have learned to teach around distractions for a long time. Anyway, that's our kicker to start things off here this morning. It's a 7:19, 19 after the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Hey, Biff, it's opening day.
Opening day is here.
Wasn't sure we were going to have one this year for a long time during the lockout, during the winter months, but it is opening day. Got a couple of stories on that I want to share with you coming up. Biff and I can kick around a little baseball duck. I love an article in the local newspaper about the Pirates. I love the way they phrase this, and I'll share it with you coming up in a minute. Also, what fans spend the most at what teams fans spend the most on merchandise and on beverages and snacks and stuff at their stadium. We'll talk about those things coming up. Opening day is here, and we'll chat about it next on the Watchdog Morning Show.
On the last talk line on Metro News, Jackson County Sheriff Ross Mellinger. Station.
Hey man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
Sure thing. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time. Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe...
There's something about when you get up.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
It's the little moments that have the biggest impact. Every time you mentor a child or donate your time or money, you empower their future. You can help make a difference and be a hero in the eyes of a child. Positive childhoods lead to promising futures. Help prevent child abuse and neglect in your community. Learn more at octf.ohio.gov.
If you turn 65 this year, you are eligible for Medicare. To help you understand your choices and possibility of financial assistance, the Ohio Department of Insurance is holding Welcome to Medicare events across the state. So join us at a free event near you.
There's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. Being in business for over 50 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
We have a critical election on May 10th for our representative to the United States Congress. The election features our own Northern Panhandle and Wheeling resident, Congressman David McKinley, and Alex Mooney, a longtime Maryland resident who lives almost 300 miles from our Northern Panhandle. If David McKinley is not elected in May, all of us here in the Northern Panhandle will lose the significant and valuable representation McKinley has provided in our often overlooked Northern Panhandle. McKinley is one of us. He established his engineering business in Wheeling and created employment through their many projects, including the beautiful restoration of our Capitol Music Hall in Wheeling. McKinley is a seventh-generation West Virginian, unlike Mooney, who was a native Maryland resident for most of his life and best described as a carpetbagger. During McKinley's career, he personally created West Virginia jobs. He's been a supporter of coal miner employment and a staunch supporter of our Second Amendment right to bear arms. He's been a crucial member on the Congressional Committee on Energy and Commerce and a caucus member and founder of the Marcellus Shale Caucus. We all know how valuable these memberships are to West Virginia. And what has Mooney been doing? According to Roll Call, a highly respected journal which reports on congressmen, they reported this April that Mooney was under an ethics investigation by congressional investigators to determine whether Mooney misused your taxpayer dollars by having his staff perform personal errands and also decide whether Mooney had tampered with a previous inquiry into his campaign spending. The Office of Congressional Ethics report detailed findings that Mooney used campaign funds for family vacations and fast food, and that he failed to properly report over $40,000 in spending. The committee that did this investigation is a fact-finding, independent, nonpartisan committee. The bottom line here is McKinley is the Northern Panhandle's representative. He represents our interest. He is loyal to our values, and he has proven to be an influential advocate to all Mountaineers. We need this good man as our congressman. Please get out and vote for David McKinley.
Follow us on Facebook for the latest news, show updates, podcasts, alerts, and live video streams from the Valley's only network dedicated to local, community-driven talk radio, The Watchdog.
He has his say. You can have yours. Text us or call us and join the conversation. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
The Scooter, the Barber, and the Nuke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie.
Well, it's opening day for baseball today, a little bit later than the original planned opening day, but it's better than what we thought we might get, which was maybe no opening day during the lockout over the winter months. So even though the date was pushed back, we are now beginning to play baseball today. Biff, I think, 7, 8 games, something like that, scheduled today?
Yeah, I think light schedule today, but that'll pick up.
So the season officially begins. What once was called America's pastime, although Biff and I both have been talking recently that I don't know that it really is America's pastime anymore. Have a survey that came out recently. Only 36% of the people call baseball America's pastime. You and I both agreed with the majority of the folks, Biff. What is America's pastime now?
Football.
Football. 41% of the people call it football. 9% say basketball. 3% say that which you do on Thursdays in the summertime, Biffy.
Golf.
Yep. 3% said soccer. There's no question soccer is growing. I don't quarrel with that, but I'm not sure it's reached the status of America's pastime yet. But the majority, not majority, but of this, the largest number of people in the survey say football is America's pastime, followed by baseball at 36%. Who are your teams, Biff?
Baseball would be...
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, follow the Pirates in the National League, and then the Orioles in the American League.
Now, obviously, Pirates, because they're nearby, they're kind of our regional team, if you will. What got you into the Orioles?
Baltimore. That's who my father liked growing up. Was Baltimore. A lot of his friends were Pirate fans, so they would always give him a hard time when the Pirates won the World Series that they did over the Orioles. So he grew up liking them, and when we had relatives that lived in Maryland, we would always go and visit them when we were younger, and usually catch a couple baseball games. Again, I can remember games at the old stadium in Baltimore before they moved to Camden Yards at Memorial Stadium. So it was neat to see that. And once Camden Yards, once they built that and kind of started the new wave of the way Major League stadiums are built. So that's how I kind of started following the Orioles. Plus, they had Cal Ripken too. So
yeah.
So some of those guys I liked and just followed them.
You are exactly in tune with what most people do. A new survey, new poll on sports. 46% of people say the reason they follow a team is because of where they grew up. Yeah, I grew up with the Pirates, and even to this day, God help me, when people say, "What's your team?" I say the Pirates. They look at me and say, "Why?" And I go, "I don't know, just because I grew up with them, I guess." The number one reason people follow a team is because it's where they grew up. Number two reason, same for you, Biff, family. Family is the second biggest factor for why people pick a particular team to follow. And then number three is wherever they currently live. Number one is where you grew up, and number two is where you currently, or number three is where you currently live. Only 1 in 5 fans say they're influenced by who their friends vote for, as far as root for, I should say. But you got it, Biff. You are perfectly in tune with what most people do. The number one reason you follow a particular team is because of where you grew up. Number two is because of your family. Somebody in your family roots for a particular team. I had to laugh. I was reading an article in the Intelligencer last night about the Pirates and, how their season looks like and, what the hopes and aspirations are. But this line jumped out at me. A sense of normalcy has returned to the Pirates as they head into 2022. And I couldn't help but laugh because I think to myself, what is normalcy for the Pirates? A losing season. I mean, the line just struck me. A sense of normalcy has settled in. In other words, we'll play until we're done, and then we'll get ready for football, right?
Yeah, that's it. We'll start with opening day today, and again, eventually we'll be counting down to Steelers starting training camp in Latrobe, if that's where they still do it, or if they do it at their practice facility, wherever they start training camp. That's what we'll be counting down to, and we'll just wait and see when that is this year. It varies from year to year, but you can almost guarantee when it's going to happen. So we'll wait and see this year when it is.
See what the bet this time should just be on when will they begin to fall, right? When do they make that? I mean, they always do. They always have a beginning of the season. There's always hope. They give you a little hope, and then it gets dashed at some point. I love this article. Again, it's in the paper, the Ogden paper, which is what's funny because, of course, the Nuttings own the Ogden paper, and Bob Nutting owns the Pirates. And this is a very honest article. Just a couple of lines talking to the Pirates. There's nowhere to go but up, which I guess is true, right?
Well, I mean, they could. Yeah, I guess they could go up. I was going to say, I don't think they could get worse than what they are, but it wouldn't surprise me if they even find a way to pull that off.
Another line, again, very honest article here. The Major League roster for the Pirates remains a mishmash of players, which again is true. I just love the honesty of this. I just love the honesty of this article in the paper this morning. So it's opening day. A new survey of fan spending for Major League Baseball. Want to guess what fans spend the most on booze? What teams' fans spend the most on booze?
I'm going to guess the Yankees.
Let's see, where are they? It's not the Yankees. I don't know where they come in on this. Number one are the A's.
Okay, over in Oakland.
Yep, they drink a lot at their games. The average Oakland A fan spends about $58 on alcohol while at the game. That is more than any other team. Number two, St. Louis Cardinal fans. Their boozy spend is $43. Texas Rangers at $42. Cubbies at $40. And the White Sox at $39. League average for spending on booze is $27.77. Least amount of money on alcohol is the Detroit Tigers, $15 per game. I don't know why. Why aren't the Tigers fans boozing it up? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But the Cardinals, who are where the Pirates are this afternoon at 4:15, that doesn't surprise me, being from St. Louis and Anheuser-Busch and all that.
Right.
But I don't know about I don't know why Detroit. That's kind of weird.
The fans in Detroit, they must be cheap. They spend the least amount of alcohol, and they spend the least amount on concessions among all the major league teams. So
maybe they have a system to figure out how to spend less at concession stands, and if they do, I might have to take a road trip there and figure out how they do that.
See what the system is.
Yeah, see what it is.
Let's see, merchandise. Atlanta Braves are number one in merchandise sales, not surprisingly, because they ran for the World Series last year, so that's fine. Second most, the Washington National. Okay. Houston Astros spend the least amount of money on merchandise. Second least amount of money on merchandise purchased is?
Pirates.
You got it. Second from the bottom. I shouldn't say. I shouldn't be so critical of the Pirates. Who wants to be wearing Pirates gear, right? Just kind of stamps you as a loser a little bit.
I think the only gear you want to buy is the ones that are on the street from the vendors that have the funny sayings on them. Yeah. Those are the only. That's the only merchandise you want.
Average baseball fan spends about $168 on merchandise every year. So there you go. It's opening day, my friends. The boys of summer are back. And Pirates lover or not, I just think it's good to have baseball back. It makes me feel good to see a game, to watch a game on TV, just to know that they're out there swinging. That just makes me feel good. The boys of summer are here. All right, 7:37, till the hour. It is not summer yet, though. It's still springtime, which means we got a wet day, a warmer day today. We'll check all the details of the weather in a minute, but first, let's check some Ohio Valley headlines. We'll go to the Big 7 for that.
Now it's time for your local news headlines from 7 News at WTRF.
Police say their department has received 3 reports within 24 hours. They say people are getting calls from a man who identifies himself as a sergeant with the St. Clairsville Police Department. The man says he needs to talk about an urgent fraud case. The department said the man's name and phone numbers were different each time. Police say to not give any personal information. If you receive a call, contact police at 740-695-0123 or stop by in person at their office. Call it the battle for gas tax relief in West Virginia, but will Governor Justice add it to a special legislative session? Democrats have been calling on Justice to suspend the state's 37.5-cent gas tax for a month. The governor resisted. He says he doesn't have sole authority to do that it could put state road construction bonds in jeopardy. That was a look at your headlines. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
On the road, the Nailers with a W as they beat Iowa by the score of 6-4. The Penguins, who have lost 5 of their last 10 games, will visit the New York Rangers tonight at Madison Square Garden. In their last 10 games, the Penguins are 5-4-1. The Rangers, in their last 10, 7-2-1. The Masters got underway this morning. All eyes are on Tiger Woods and his big-time return. Question is, mentally, he's ready. Is he ready physically?
I don't have any qualms about what I can do physically from a golf standpoint. It's now walking's the hard part.
Yes, all eyes will be on Tiger Woods. Are you ready for some baseball? The Pirates begin the regular season this afternoon in St. Louis against the Cardinals. J.T. Brubaker will start for Pittsburgh. Former Philadelphia Philly backup catcher is now a backup catcher with the Pirates. His name, Andrew Knapp. He was recently released by the Phillies, and he was a free agent. So the Pirates have a couple of backup catchers ready to start the season. So baseball with the Pirates, hockey with the Penguins, and a nice win for the Wheeling Nailers. I'm Bill DeFabio on sports, and we are the Watchdog.
Once again, Toyota is the best resale value brand according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. So stop waiting and check out a new Camry, available with all-wheel drive and a 24-valve V6 engine, delivering an impressive 301 horsepower. Or check out a stylish Venza with an all-hybrid powertrain and 40 miles per gallon. Visit buyatoyota.com and reserve yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Introducing our new redesigned 7 News app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tab, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video. To get the new WTRF 7 News app, just update the latest version or download the WTRF 7 News app in your Apple or Google Play Store by searching WTRF.
Every weeknight at 6 p.m., join the voice of the Mountaineers, Tony Caridi, on The Watchdog. Tony informs and entertains WVU fans with the latest Mountaineer sports news. If it happens in the world of gold and blue, Tony knows about it and shares it with you. Sportsline, weeknights at 6 on The Watchdog.
Broadcasting from the Ohio Valley, talking about the Ohio Valley. We're live and local. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Die. 7:42, 18 till the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. A documentary about Moundsville has been circulating on public television and elsewhere for a while now. They're going to be showing a screening of a version of that this weekend at the Grave Creek Mound down in Moundsville. We're going to talk today to John Miller, who is one of the directors of that movie, about what prompted him to focus on Moundsville. What's the movie tell people across America about the Mound Town? That'll be coming up in the next hour of the show here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Opening day for baseball. Biff and I have been talking about that. The boys of summer are back. Except Aaron Myler, it's really not yet summer. It's much more spring-like today, I guess, right?
Yeah, we are in April, people. April showers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We continue this week of rain. It's been a rainy week all week, and we'll continue it today, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we'll probably see a few more showers this morning, but like light little sprinkles or something. Nothing major really this morning. But, I mean, we got more showers scattered moving in later today, this afternoon and evening. We have more showers. Kind of same story tomorrow with like a little bit lighter, but like in the morning possible, but not many. I think that's going to be like impactful for the first part of your day. And then more so just more scattered showers moving in tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then showers with a couple possible flurries in there on Saturday. And then finally we have a little bit of break on Sunday, Monday. So something. I mean, I'm just tired of it.
Just tired of the wet stuff coming out of the sky. 58 for the high today. Is that an actual midday high, or have we hit that already? I don't know.
We're going to hit that later on. So we'll warm up a little bit more today again,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
47 is what I saw at the airport last time. Okay,
yeah.
So 58 for the high. Not too bad for the day. 58 and rainy today. 50 tomorrow. Drop down to the 40s for a couple of days. And then, as you point out, Monday is going to be a warmer. Actually, next week looks like it's going to be a warmer week, at least the beginning of the week, starting to get into the 60s again.
Yeah, so we're going to cool off this weekend, like you said, down to 47 for Saturday's high. It's a little bit cooler there. About 50 degrees for Sunday, so definitely not the warmest day overall. And then from there, we quickly will start to warm up a bit more. So we will eventually get back to warmer conditions. This is spring, though. It's just that annoying back and forth and rain all over the place. So we're just in that. We're still in that annoying phase for right now. But like you said, luckily temperatures are going to warm up a little bit. So at least if it's going to be raining, it might as well be a little bit warmer.
Yeah, but this has been a week. I've said, I don't even know what we talk about here. It's okay. It's going to be moderately. Temperatures are moderate, and it's going to be rainy much of the weekend. It has been, and it will be. And got a couple of breaks on Sunday and Monday without any rain, but basically it's moderate temperatures and rain. And as I said yesterday, I don't know what else to say about it.
I think the only thing to say is I would rather have let's just have a nice big storm roll through and then be done with the rain for several days versus this just like little bit of rain every single day. Like, it's just such an annoying, it just sucks. It's so annoying.
I think I'm with you. I'd rather have just a big gully washer come through and then be done with it. I think you're probably right. As opposed to scattered showers, chance of showers. I'm reading from your 7 day. It's not enough to be a big deal. I'd rather have one big deal and then move on,
Exactly. It's hard to describe. So I'm like, well, we're going to have a little bit of rain here and there. Not really much of anything, but still something. And it's just like, oh, golly. It's like attempting.
Well, I don't know what else to say, so and that's your job, is to find new and different ways to say it. And after a while, I'm sure you just go like, I don't know. Remember what I told you yesterday? It's still the same.
it's just the same thing repeated over and over and over again. So.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say, so I guess I won't say anything else. I just say thanks for your help today, and we'll talk tomorrow and yet another rainy day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start bringing a rain jacket and just go on my walks in the rain soon, because I'm tired of not taking them because of the rain. So we might have to switch up our plan and just walk in the rain and accept it.
That's what Biff was saying. He wanted to go for a walk yesterday, but decided not to because of the weather. So, yeah, just get your rain slicker out and walk in the rain. Wasn't there a song like that? Walking in the rain and I get wet. Yeah.
I think the only rain jacket I have is a work one, so I need to go buy like a regular rain jacket so it's not 7 News all over everything.
Yeah, you wear those. You wear your TV7 apparel out in your real life, and people are always, I'm sure, stopping you. Especially you. People stop the weatherman. I know that Zach said that, and Emily told us that before, and Brian before him. You know, you guys get stopped all the time to get asked about weather, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, so I can't complain. I mean, it's a nice thing overall. It's just funny whenever I'm somewhere and it's like it'll be like on like a Sunday night where I haven't looked at the weather in a couple of days, and they'll be like, "What's happening?" And I'm like, well, you see.
I don't know.
So I check it before I go to the grocery store now.
Aaron Myler's grocery store forecast.
Yeah, I remember I saw Dr. Dave once. He used to give a full-on forecast when he was at the store with people if they asked. The full, he'd go for it. I'm usually like, it's going to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, I like. We'll have some cold air coming down from the east, and it will warm the temperatures up, and then that might stop them from asking the next time. You know.
I'm usually just like, tomorrow's going to suck. Stay inside.
There you go. All right, Aaron. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. All right. Appreciate it. Is that my first cough of the morning, Biff?
I believe it is.
Sorry about that. This cough is just, you all who have been with me for a long time know that coughs never go away once I get a little sick, which I did last week. And the illness goes away and the cough just stays and stays and stays. So I'll be coughing. So Biff, keep your finger on the button if you see me looking like it's about to have a big hack. You know, this is why if you turned it off. 10 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Major League Baseball's opening day is here. We were talking about it much of this hour. And our friends at FanDuel are thinking maybe you'd like to place a few bets. Well, listen, all customers, new and old, can swing for the fences with a no-sweat same-game parlay on FanDuel Sportsbook. Just pick any Major League game, combine it with at least 3 different bets, winner of the game, first home run hitter, total score, any of those kind of things. Combine them with at least 3 bets for the no-sweat same-game parlay, and you'll bet for bigger payouts. Let's see, Biff, who are the Pirates playing today?
St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh. All right, well, let's put together our own little parlay here. Who's going to be the winner of the game?
Cardinals.
Okay, I think that's pretty simple. First home run hitter of the game?
First home run hitter. Let's go. Albert Pujols.
Okay, that makes sense. And total score of the game. Again, I'm just picking 3 things that you can bet, but what do you think the total score will be?
You mean like you talking over under number?
Yeah, well, total score, add them up. Winners and losers, add it up.
Yeah, so let's go 8.
Okay. How are you going to divide that? That's not your bet, but I'm curious, how would you divide that up? 6 and 2?
6 and 2 or 5 and 3.
Okay, all right. All right, so that's the three-leg parlay that Biff might pick for the Pirates today. Again, you can pick any game that you want to and combine at least 3 bets. Those are examples we gave you. There are others you can combine. And then you do the same game parlay to get bigger payouts. And if your bet doesn't win, FanDuel will refund you up to $10 in free bets. And if you don't know what to bet on, you can take Biff's suggestions, or you can go to the section of FanDuel that is popular same-game parlays. That's what it's called. And you can see what most fans are betting on and get on the action that way. No better place to bet on Major League Baseball than America's pastime than America's #1 sportsbook, our friends at FanDuel. Remember, you must be 21 and older, physically present in West Virginia. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit. It expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And remember, if gaming is fun for you, if you like to gamble, it's part of your entertainment dollar, have some fun. Most people I know enjoy it, and it's part of their entertainment dollar. However, if gambling is a problem for you, don't download FanDuel. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. The same game parlays available, all kinds of different bets available, 17 different sports for you on FanDuel, America's #1 sports betting app. 7 till the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Break time, Biffy?
Yeah, we got to get a quick one in.
All righty, let's do her.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
A serious injury from an accident can be just the start of your worries. What if you cannot return to work? How do you take care of your family if you're disabled? At Gelner Law Offices, we represent seriously injured people and understand their problem. We know how to get you fair compensation. We will work hard to make sure you get the money you deserve for your losses. Don't go it alone. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 304-242-2900 or visit us at gelnerlaw.com.
We'd like to help.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
The Variety Show with Bill DeFabio is live on the Watchdog Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We talk to some of the region's best business owners while keeping you informed about area events and happenings. You won't believe who I have on next. Tune in and get with the program. Guests from preachers to pros and even some Super Bowl champions. Join me, Bill DeFabio, from noon to 2 for the Variety Show on the Watchdog.
We're on air, online, on video, and on demand. Find us where you like us. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
47 at the airport, 45 here in Elm Grove, 45 degrees at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. A couple of stories from downstate West Virginia that we probably won't hear a lot about up here, but they're really interesting. They're really scary. Both these stories are very scary. One is the story of this shooting in Jackson County. Metro News has been following this, so you might have been aware of it. Over the weekend in Jackson County, a .22 caliber semi-automatic handgun was stolen during a home break-in. It was a 16-year-old boy, according to the sheriff's department, a 16-year-old boy who stole the gun. The gun somehow then wound up in the hands of his 15-year-old brother, who put it in his backpack and took it into school at Ripley Middle School yesterday. The sheriff's, all right, so when I first heard this story, I thought this was an example of, just, I mean, it's not a good thing, but just somebody trying to get a gun into school, but I didn't think it was as dangerous as apparently it was. The sheriff in Jackson County says the kids had planned an execution. These 16, 15-year-old boys, I don't know if it was together or separately, they had a plan to shoot and execute somebody in the school. That is absolutely, wow. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. 15 and 16-year-old kids stealing a gun, taking it to school with the intent of killing someone.
Scary.
It is absolutely frightening. And the only reason it was caught was the kid, somebody on the school bus saw the gun and reported it, and I guess the kid took the gun out and brandished it around. So another student actually took the gun away, essentially, or took the magazine from the gun out. School bus driver then evacuated students. Cops had to come. The guy with the gun still was on the bus. I mean, this is like something out of a movie, and it's frightening. But it happened down in Jackson County, and a lot more details will come out today, I'm sure, as the story progresses. Metro News is following it fairly closely, but to me, it's a really scary story. 15 and 16-year-old kids intentionally, I mean, you talk about clear motivation. They stole a gun, specific intent, according to the sheriff, to go into the school, shoot, and execute someone. I don't know whether it was going to be another student or a teacher or what, but scary stuff. After we check in with ABC News, I'll talk about another story from downstate West Virginia, where a principal is being investigated for allegedly telling the female students, if you dress sexily and you get assaulted, don't bother telling me. I'll tell you about that coming up. But ABC covers the world right now.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
From
I can use more coffee. This is way too old. It lost its fizz completely.